Hello there, welcome back to another video. And in this video, I'm going to show you how you can build a complete library management system in Django using Claude Code. So first of all, I will show you how you can install Python and how you can install Claude. So for the Python, you have to actually go to the browser and go for the Python official website. So if you type Python, here you can see python.org. Now we'll go to that link. If I hover on downloads, you can see I have here 3.14.6, right, Python. So I have to click here download, and then it will actually start downloading, and then we have to install it. Now how you can ensure that you have successfully installed it or not? So what you have to do, you have to actually say here, let me show you. Go to the terminal and say here Python -version, okay? Now I'm from Mac, so I will actually say here Python 3. If you're from Windows, you don't have to say 3 here, okay? Just Python -version. So you can see I have here Python 3.9.6. All right, guys. Now I'm assuming that you can install Python in your PC. Now what I have to do, we have to actually go here in the IDE. So let me tell you, here we can install Claude in our PC in multiple ways. I mean, minimum 3 different ways we have. One is using CLI, I mean your terminal or command prompt if you're from Windows. And then we have Claude application, their own application, and we have Claude extension. So we are going to use extension. So to use the extension, either we have to go for the VS Code or maybe Google Antigravity IDE. So let me show you how you can go for Google Antigravity IDE. If you go for the Google Antigravity, I mean if you search it on the browser, Google Antigravity, here you can see antigravity.google.com we have. So we'll go there. And here we'll not actually download from here. We'll actually go here in the right top corner. You can see download. We'll click here. Now so we have Antigravity 2.0 here, and if we scroll a little bit down, we have Antigravity CLI. So we are going to use here IDE, this one, okay? So come to this section and download according to your operating system. Why we need IDE? Because we are going to use here extension, Claude Code extension. I am assuming that you can install it. I already have this, so I'm going to skip this part, the installation part. Now here you can see we have agent section. I'm going to remove this, and if I go here in the extension section in the Antigravity, you can see pretty much similar with the VS Code. It means you can use VS Code also if you don't want to use IDE, I mean Antigravity IDE, okay? Now search it, Claude Code for VS Code. You can see the name is Claude Code for VS Code. We can use here also. So this is basically from Anthropic, and Claude also from Anthropic. So yes, this is their official extension. We don't have to actually worry about it. So we're going to install it, okay? I already installed it. So when you will install this, you will get here a chat option or maybe from here, okay? Claude Code icon. So there will be a chat option. Now we need to open the chat option in specific folder. So let's go for the specific folder. Here we are going to open a folder. I'm going to click here a new folder, and I'm going to name it as LMS Django. So before that, I will use here Django at first. Django -LMS, okay? -Claude. This is my project folder. I'm going to add it here. Now you can see currently I'm inside a specific folder. Now I can go for this extension here, and now I can click here in this chat icon. Then there will be a chat option you can see, or maybe I will actually open it from here, chat icon, okay? Now I'll click a new session. So why we are using this extension? Because you can see there is a specific session for a specific folder, right? If we remove the folder, the session will be gone, and if we re-add the folder, then we can actually restore the session. It means we can track our project, right? That is the reason actually we are going to use here extension. All right, now come to this point here in the chat option. You can see we have auto mode here. In your case, if you're for the first time, then there will be no auto mode. There will be these 3 options. So go with the plain mode, and then it will actually ask for some permission. If you give all the permission, then you will get here this auto mode also. Now, if you don't think about, I mean, if you don't think too much about your security, then you can go with auto mode. I'm going to go with auto mode. What it will do, let's say if it need to create some folder or all this stuff, let's say installing something, it can install by itself. So we don't have to worry about it, okay? And other than, I don't know, they have all the access to our PC or not, I don't know. Let's just go with the auto mode, okay? And in your case, I'll not recommend you to actually directly go here. You have to understand it, which model, I mean mode you want to actually use here. So select according to your own decision. All right. Now we'll go here in the Claude Code folder, and here we are going to now go for the prompt. So if we give here random information, then it cannot be a professional website, because this is a bot and it cannot understand it professionally if we don't actually explain it professionally. So to create the project professionally, we have to actually create a professional prompt. For this, we are going to go to the chatbot like ChatGPT or Gemini. In this video, I'm going to use ChatGPT, and I will recommend you to use ChatGPT because it actually it can give you a awesome, fully functional prompt. So I will mention everything about my project, and I will say here that I want to build a complete LMS, library management system. I can say here library management system, okay, LIVRARY management system in Django, okay, yeah, library management system using, I'll say using Claude Code. For the front end, use HTML, CSS, Bootstrap, JS. For the backend, use Django. For the database, use SQLite. Now I'll use color combination. I'll say color combination. I'll go to the color picker. If I search it on the browser, I will get here color picker. Now from here you can choose any of the color. Let's say this one I'll choose, so I'll copy this, okay, and I'll go back here in the ChatGPT, and I'll use comma here and then go for a new color combination. So maybe this one, okay. Now it's up to you. For the tutorial purpose, I'm going to go with it, and here we go. Then I will say that you don't never use, okay, or I'll say don't use Django default dashboard, because Django default dashboard is boring for me, so I'm going to skip it. And I will say that keep a then login page. So these are the little information about my project. For the tutorial purpose, I'm going to skip this part. I don't want to actually make it longer. Now in your case, if you want a fully functional website, now if you want to do this project for your client, you may give here all the information according to your client need, okay. So yeah, that's it. I will now ask for a prompt. Give me a prompt. Give me a professional prompt. For this, I'll hit enter. Now it will give me professional prompt. I have mentioned pretty much everything about my project. So now you can go through this prompt, and if you find anything need to change, you can actually mention here and regenerate it, okay. So this is for the tutorial purpose, and I'm not doing this project for my client. So yes, let's just go with it. And here we go. I will actually now go for the project, and now project is done. I can actually copy this, okay. Prompt is done, not the project. So let's copy the prompt and then go back here in the anti-gravity. Here we are going to paste it. Now I will hit enter, or maybe I can click here in this up arrow sign. Now I don't have to do here anything. It will actually create the whole project, and there will be some pop-up for the permissions maybe. Then you can actually give here all the permission, okay. And I'll show you the output when the project will be done. For now, I'm going to fast forward the video. All right, guys, we have this project done. You can see now we will actually here you can see after python manage.py run server. We have to run the server. I'll say that you please run the server for me, okay. Please run the server for me. So it will actually run the server for me. So this is the server. You can see we just have to actually copy this, okay, or maybe you can see here our server is now running. We can actually click here and then we can access the project. You can see this is our project, library management system. You can see here this is the home page. Now we want to actually go to the login page, I mean dashboard. But before that we want to check here every section. You can see all the section here, right? These are the section you can see. And now let's go for the login. And here we are going to now log in as admin. Here you can see demo credential admin at example.com. So we are going to copy from here. Let's copy this example.com. Password is admin123. Admin123. Sign in. Here we go. We have a nice dashboard here. This is not the default one. We can actually change the from light mode to dark mode. You can see. And here you can see system super admin. And we can change our profile also. You can see we can change the name. Let's say Yamin. I will say save changes, updated successfully. Here you can see Yamin administrator. Now we can go for the books. We can add book. Here you can see so there is no image because we haven't actually worked with image. Now in any case you can actually add image. Okay, so I want to add book at first, let's say. And here we go. We have here ISBN. Let's say I want to give here random value, then title, blah, 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 subtitle, blah. And let's just go with it. Okay. Save book. Okay. I will choose any of it. Save book. Here we go. We have the book. Now I can edit it and I can add the image also. So you can add any image and you can add the book here. Then we have publishers. We can add publisher here. We can delete the publisher also. We have author section. You can see different author. Then we have book issue and return everything. We can add here issue book so people can borrow this. Okay, and then they can return this. And we have find setting also. So pretty much everything working here. I mean the whole project. So we can change the password also. You can see we have that option. All right, guys, everything is working here perfectly, right? And this is a fully functional dashboard. So I have shown you how you can create library management system in Django using Claude Code. That's it. Thank you so much for watching this video.